I guess it started a new experience for a lot of people because all of a sudden these American productions were coming here a lot more, you know, so there was not only the local drama, but there was overseas drama. And yeah, you met a lot more different people, a lot more crew were being employed, you know, and then that sort of led, and a lot more stuntmen and things like that, and then that led on to Lord of the Rings. And, you know, now we're used to it. I think New Zealand's very used to having lots of overseas productions here, but at the time it was really, it was a new thing. So that was, you know, it was exciting to feel like you're part of something that had reach outside New Zealand. Yeah, and, you know, that was my first experience doing stunts and sort of playing with swords and green screen and all those kind of crazy things, yeah. That was challenging because, yeah, we had to stay fit throughout the job, although I sort of stopped going to the gym after about 4 months because I was too tired. But yeah, it was a long shoot. It was 50 episodes over about a year. Yeah, and we were required to sort of, you know, do stunts, be a lot more physical. I think something that people don't realise about that stuff is that acting, I think, generally is not physically demanding a lot of the time. Like, it's quite demanding, I think, mentally, and there's a lot of pressures on performance and all that sort of stuff. But in terms of physical work, you know, you spend a lot of time waiting to go on. But things like Young Hercules and jobs like that, there is actually quite a physical amount of, a lot of physical work, you know, which I like, which I think's, I mean, I hate it in my normal day. I don't spend a lot of time at the gym normally, but, you know, it is satisfying to do that work. And yeah, as an actor, you know, get to work on your American accent for a year, machine, and he would just fire the balls at us, and we would just hit them, and he would film it. I think when we first did the workshop for the Almighty Johnsons, the idea was quite was very catchy. Like, it was a very interesting idea to play around with these kind of idiot guys. They happened to be sort of reincarnations of Norse gods, and it was just, it felt like a very James Griffin-y type script, you know, very deadpan, did a lot of deadpan humour, kind of silly situations, but all under the umbrella of sort of, you know, Kiwiness. And you know, and again, my character was just this kind of really rude prick in a way, and I, you know, I loved it. It felt very freeing to do that. I mean, I'm probably much more conservative than that character is in real life, and so it was nice to do that. I don't know whether it was skill or luck on behalf of the people that cast it, but the 5 of us all sort of weirdly fell into the right dynamic. You know, Emmett, who plays Axel, is the youngest of, I think he's the youngest of 3 or 4 brothers. Tim is the oldest of us, and he has been an actor for a long time. He played the oldest brother. You know, Ben is weird. He's a weird guy. I love Ben, but he's completely wacky, and he's so perfect for Olaf. And, you know, and Jared is a, you know, he's a good friend of mine, so I can't say anything too bad. But, you know, he's kind of like Ty in a way. And we all sort of fell into these dynamics, and yeah, we had a really, it was lucky because we all got along, you know. And I think, you know, in terms of the story, that's what brothers do. They fight and stuff, but there's an undercurrent of genuine care and love there for each other. And you know, I think that's kind of what we ended up developing, and that's what James kept writing. So it did work really well.